All right, good evening. This is Kenneth Torres Capital Nightly Strategy Podcast for October 24th, 2024. We didn't do a live one last night. I'm going to upload a portion of the nightly coaching or the weekly coaching session that went with the cohort 4. It was an extended discussion of swing trading that is going to be widely useful. So I'm going to provide that as a payback for missing one night. All right. We'll start with some sniper trades of the day. I've just enrolled in a advanced skill workshop for artificial intelligence applications. It's going to a 9-month course um, that I'll be taking with some industry professionals, and I'll be looking to build out systems that are directly applicable to the trading community, and I'll be making available those uh, case studies and projects as I go through that course. Again, it's a 9-month course. If you're interested in having your projects part of my developmental program, I will be offering a discounted uh, enrollment into that service and support. I'm looking at around $1,000 to get a year's worth of AI support for the discount. Normally, that's going to be $3,000, but if you're interested in that, being part of that pilot program for almost a 67% discount, just send me an email to longke@yahoo and let me know you're interested in doing that, and I can get you to the front of the line for developing AI solutions for us as traders. I've been having a lot of success with that, with the own with my own tools that I've been learning with large language models. But this one's going to broaden my skill set considerably, and I'm looking forward to that effort. And to be start, excuse me, starting next week. All right, so let's look at this is Tesla on 3 minutes. This was yesterday's close. They blew out the earnings, and that was a 15% gap up. So obviously, there's nothing left. Well, no, there's your OR3. The second bar takes that out, so I get long. I'm using the low of the day as my risk box, because if that fails, I'm going to be shorting that with an intention of targeting the 50% retracement and then the 100% retracement. So that's my trade bracket, and that's my plan, standard plan. And as long as it stays above the VWAP, I'm good to go. And near the close, I exit when it comes back through the PSAR and back to the Bollinger Band. That's an intraday 4-hour turbo trade, easiest trade of the week. And that just supports the long-term swing position we have in Tesla. But this just adds more juice. This one is Palantir, one of my other story stocks. This was yesterday's close. This was the gap up. I was managing Tesla on the 3-minute, so I'm just managing Palantir on the 10-minute. There's the OR10. There's the breakout from the OR10 in the next bar. With a standard R5 risk box. It rolls over. I take it near the skin of the dragon for a half an hour. It drops like a stone through the dragon and hits the PSAR, so I get short. The R10 rolls over, so I take the 1, 2, 3 exit at the Bollinger Band main and the skin of the dragon as the dragon starts turning. That's also worth about half an hour. There's a 1, 2, 3 entry as it crosses the dragon. Same standard risk box. minus a quarter. 1, 2, 3 reentry. It never violated the PSAR, and that gives me about half an hour. So all told, about 1 hour in total. I treat these as these are about. This is about a 0.5. That's about a 0.5. This is minus 0.5. That's plus 0.5. So those two cancel. There's 1 hour in the normal grinding kind of a way. Here were the traders from yesterday. Number posted today. So we'll hit yesterday, which I didn't get a chance to comment on. This is Jonathan trading the YM, which is the Dow Mini. Here's the opening range 3. On this reversal here, there's a 1, 2, 3 entry. There's crossing the Bollinger Band main. Either one of these is acceptable. On failure to fail, I like this little. This is like a morning hook, and with this support level holding, I love this when it crosses the Bollinger Band main, crosses the Dragon. He takes the OR3 entry. When that rolls over and fails, I'd like to see you get out here. This is a reasonable short. That's a good cover. I like this as the long side. That's a great exit. And then when this breaks right here, there's your collapsing dragon right there, because you have a high, a lower high. Here's the base of your collapsing dragon right there. That's the collapsing dragon. That's a kata 2 to the short side. Smash that entry right there. And then you get a better entry than this one. And then that is a great exit. And that would have turned this into a positive day. I like the quick follow through. You're getting better on hitting that quicker. So I like that one. And I love capturing the piece of that move. So good job on that. And a couple learning points. All right, next chart from yesterday. This is from Constantine, who is our prop trader. He's stand by. Got to reload that apparently. All right, he's trading the NQ contract on 5 minutes. Here's that decaying price action, the harsh sell off and a recovery, but we still have a lower high. And he takes the breakdown of the PSAR right here. If he waits for this, that's a collapsing dragon, and that's still a really good entry. But this is a kata 2, standard risk to the top of the PSAR. When you get this signal, Constantine, I would actually add a second position here, or when it breaks through the collapsing dragon again to get the second one. And he takes this move and exits here and brings home 4.5. Beautifully done. No overnight risk. Alrighty, let's look at the daily report. Oh, that's right. Let's look at our 30-day look into the S&P. So despite Tesla's great report today, the market has rolled over as we start approaching the election. Notice the 3-period VWAP is right here. The 5-period and the 10-period VWAP are here. So with price closing right there, we're right at fair value. We've got this much distance to the top of the 10-day high, that much to the bottom of the 10-day high. This is right at the 50-yard line, if you will. Here's the 30 VWAP. So if the 10-day breaks, then that would be our first target. Then the second target would be the 30-day low, which is all the way back here. And then that would be a thunder run to the downside. The upside, I think, is harder to make the case for, since this is an all-time high, and it's hard to see who is going to be really enthusiastic about starting new positions, except maybe Tesla. Although, to me, Tesla's not a good long-term buy right now until we get through the election and find out whether Elon Musk is going to become the Secretary of Commerce or the most hated man on the planet. Well, he's already the most hated, but now is he going to be effectively targeted by a Harris administration and the EU coming after his wealth? And his wealth just took a 20% boost today. So that is making about half of the world extremely angry that wants his money. So Tesla is still a roll of the dice right now, in spite of those great earnings. And everybody that laughs at Elon for losing money on the Tesla purchase, that was nothing but an insurance policy to ensure that he had some outlet for global free speech to tell his side of the story. While he's waiting to develop cloud storage on the moon with solar collectors for energy that are not encumbered by the atmosphere, away from natural Earth weather disasters and global warming, protected from meteorites by the width of the moon. He's already got space, AI, electricity, storage, rockets, and robotic manufacturing to make the moon a habitable place. And with his Neuralink brain chips, he's got practical immortality. That's the long game for Elon. He's got to survive on Earth the next 10 or 15 years until that's all done. You heard it here first. Here's the 30-minute charts. That was yesterday's test to the downside. You can see that was yesterday's test and a little bit of recovery. Today was just marking time and finishing right about there. So it's wait and see for the election period for the next 10 days. Dashboard one, still got some nice buy on dip opportunities in the US and a couple of the globals. A few weak spots in the Dow. Tesla was the one big mover today. In the ETFs, a little bit of weakness here in ag, materials, and healthcare. A little bit of strength in discretionary. That's the Tesla bump because they're part of XLY. Plenty of auto framers because the range is so narrow and it's sold off enough from the 10-day high that you're getting some extraordinary reward to risk ratios. I would take them only as swing trading one day at a time until we get through the election. Plenty of squeezes to consider, including tech, Microsoft, and Intel. That could be a nice one-day pop. The TC2000 Sniper auto framer, for those of you using that platform, still on sale if you're interested in the TC2000 bundle. Still a great deal at that price with lifetime software support. In the Four Seasons, we're starting to see a little bit more winter creep in and more fall as things are backing off that all-time high. Tesla, Goldman Sachs, and Home Depot were the big winners today. Nike and Nucor still a second day of suffering. And in the globals, it's Latin America, Brazil, and U.S. real estate had some strength today. The usual suspects for the intraday trading value plays. The nice thing about Devon Energy on this one, while you can trade it as a swing trade, as an oscillator, it also pays a 4.7% dividend on your core position. So that ain't bad. All right, just taking a quick look at some market mosaics here. Everything's reflecting this pullback and wait and see attitude. You can see that's the case up here in the Z scores. And that's everything for tonight. We'll get this published and posted. Again, drop me a note if you're interested in the pilot program for the AI development. I don't know exactly what all the programs are, but if you know me, you know that this is going to be an amazing opportunity. So get a hold of me if you want to get on board with that opportunity. Take good care, and we'll get this published and posted, and see you in the chat room.